Yesterday, the Seahawks announced the signing of quarterback Austin Davis. Pete Carroll, he rationalized the signing of Davis over Colin Kaepernick by saying, Kaepernick's a starter and we have a starter. But he's a starter in this league and I can't imagine somebody won't give him a chance to play. Maggie, I've now heard that Kaepernick is not good enough and is too good to be signed. How can that be?
Yeah, it can't be. It can't. And what Pete Carroll said is completely baffling. And if Colin Kaepernick was going to sign somewhere, Seattle really made a lot of sense considering he has a similar skill set to Russell Wilson, very mobile quarterback, very accurate quarterback in a lot of ways. Kaepernick does not throw a lot of interceptions, nor has he throughout his career. So I thought that this was going to be a perfect fit, but everything, in my opinion, about Kaepernick went out the window when Brandon Weeden was signed to a 2-year deal. I mean, to me, there have been so many quarterbacks who are less skilled, who have less of a chance to actually step in if your starter goes down and help your team win than Colin Kaepernick. And you only have to look to Jenny Vrentis' column for the MMQB, where she talked to John Mara, the owner of the New York Giants, who said, "I've never gotten more emotional mail than about Colin Kaepernick. I honestly think there are franchises that are not willing to sign him, even though he can help their team."
Yeah, I mean, you have to now throw out the play excuse as the sole reason for what's taking place between what Pete Carroll has said, between some of the players that have been signed, and of course John Mara, who owns a team that plays in New York, publicly stating that the fan backlash or whatever rationalization he wants to use is a reason against signing Colin Kaepernick. So I'm not saying he's being completely blackballed or his protest is the sole reason, but it is obviously a large reason or a factor behind why he doesn't have a team yet.
Austin Davis didn't play last year. I mean, Colin Kaepernick played on a really bad team, and I understand that his statistics definitely took a hit, but he played on a terrible team. I mean, I don't think that he's done playing football. I hope he's not. And I don't think that his skill set, if you saw it last year, necessitates him being out of the league. I think there's only one thing you can really look at. And listen, a franchise can make the decision they want to make. But if it looks like that the teams are potentially talking to each other or colluding to keep him out, well, then you have a big problem.
And when you talk about him not being good enough or being too good to be your backup, come on. This is the NFL, right? I mean, a backup becomes a starter like this. And if you're a team that has Super Bowl aspirations like Seattle, it just does not make logical sense that you wouldn't want the best possible replacement for your most valued commodity in the top position in the sport.
Also, Pete Carroll says that he's a starter, but he wouldn't threaten Russell Wilson at all. Wilson's got that job. It's not like he'd have to fight for it in training camp, so it doesn't make a lot of sense.